Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be having a look at this wheel rim here. Now this is made by VPG and it is called the Elemento Pro. Now I'm going to be honest, I hadn't heard of VPG until they emailed me and asked me if I wanted to take a look at this wheel rim. And oh boy, am I glad that I did. Now this obviously is a formula style rim, so I'll give you some details about the wheel rim first of all. So it's a 300mm diameter wheel rim which tapers off down the bottom to 280mm. It's got 9 tactile push buttons. It's got 4 thumb rotary encoders and obviously 3 rotary encoders on the front and a 4x3 screen in the center. Now the cool thing about this wheel rim is that all of these buttons, they're all illuminated. It's one USB cable, but they're all illuminated and controlled by the telemetry in the simulator. So, for example, if you have these set up as your spotter, the 2 on the outside, so when there's a car left and right, these will illuminate. When you enter a DRS zone, for example, the button will illuminate to tell you to press it. Absolutely incredible. The thumb encoders, these were used in the 2014 McLaren Formula 1 car. Not these particular encoders, this type. So it's all automotive grade and you can tell just by looking at it and feeling it. Now there are 4 things that I look at when buying a product, as I always say, in no particular order by the way. Firstly, how does it look? Because if it doesn't look right, you're not going to buy it. Secondly, what's the build quality like? Thirdly, how does it perform? And lastly, is it value for money? Now this isn't an entry level wheel rim. It's not cheap. None of these top wheel rims are, but you do get what you pay for. Now we'll talk about looks first of all. I personally think this looks absolutely fantastic. The images that you're seeing on screen do not do this wheel justice. It looks absolutely beautiful in my opinion. Anyway, I think for me, it's the best looking formula wheel rim on the market right now. Secondly, we'll talk about build quality. Now, all of the encoders and buttons, they're all automotive grade, and you can definitely feel that when you push the buttons and use the rotary encoders. The encoders themselves, you're not going to move these by accident. They've got a real definite positive click. It's easy enough to do when you're in the sim rig, but just turning them here, you've got to put some force into turning these encoders. But actually in the rig, when you're using your thumbs, it's no problem at all. And these ones here, exactly the same. Absolutely perfect. Really, really positive click with the encoder. It's got the beautiful screen on the front that looks absolutely stunning in person. The grips themselves, these are injected molded. And you can't see a join on them anywhere where, I mean, you can't see anything. There's no joins. There's absolutely nothing. Now, I spoke to Manny at VPG, and they're only a small company, and I spoke to him a few times on Discord, and he said that this is a review sample. This is used, or the scrap material, what they wouldn't sell out to a customer, is used to build the review wheels. Now, I can't see a fault with this wheel rim at all. Manny says that there is a scratch up here somewhere on this side, on the right hand side, and I have looked and looked and looked. I can't see it anywhere. So that goes to show you that the quality control that they've got at VPG is absolutely off the scale. This thing, I'm not even joking, is absolutely faultless. So it's made out of 5mm forged carbon fiber. Same on the back with the paddles. It's all carbon fiber. The rest of it is aluminium. There's no plastic on here at all. So all of the rotaries and the mounts for the paddles, they're all CNC'd. There's no plastic. The front plates, everything is metal. And it only weighs 1,150 grams. It is super, super lightweight. So that's build quality looked at. Absolutely faultless. Thirdly, how does it perform? Well, as you would expect, really. What I really like about this wheel rim is the way these grips are tapered down. So it's 300mm at the top and 280 at the bottom. When you are taking a 90-degree corner, it just makes life so much easier when there is this angle on the steering wheel there. And I don't know why more steering wheels aren't like this. It just makes things so much more simple. The grips are nice and chunky without being too big. Everything is within easy reach. All the thumb encoders and buttons. It has got a dual clutch on the back, obviously, as all top end wheel rims do. The quick release mount, it's compatible with 50 odd mil and 70 mil. I mean, that itself looks stunning. It really is an absolute work of art. On the rig, I had to turn my force feedback down a little bit from using the wheel I was using prior to this one, because obviously the lighter the wheel, the more force feedback you're going to get, or more detail that you're going to get. And I found that the detail through the force feedback when using this wheel rim was much greater than it was using my others. So that's where the lightweight aspect comes into play. I've got absolutely no complaints. It's a steering wheel at the end of the day. But all I can say is all of the buttons, shifters, dual clutch, everything worked perfectly. Everything was close to hand. Top job. Now, lastly, we'll talk about price. Now, I did say that it's not cheap and you get what you pay for. So this wheel rim here is £1,250 plus VAT. So you're looking at 1,500 quid for a wheel rim. So it is high end. It's not entry level. It is for the enthusiast. Is it worth it? I think it is. I like nice things. I do like nice things. And I've just paid similar money for the Gomez Sim Industries wheel. And I paid nearly £1,000 for the Rexim wheel that I've got. So I do like to spend money stupidly. If I didn't have those other wheels, would I buy this one? 100%, hands down. I think this looks beautiful. I mean, it's crazy money. I mean, at the end of the day, we're playing computer games. It's crazy money. But if you're an enthusiast and you want something really special, then look no further than the Elemento Pro. Now, I've got a couple of wheel rims here that I'm going to show you just for scale, really. So this is the McLaren V2. So there you can see the scale. Hopefully you can see that clearly. So it's much bigger than the Elemento, much bigger, much taller, and probably about the same diameter actually. And I've also got a Gomez Sim Industries wheel here, which I'll show you. And this is much heavier. I mean, I know it's got the quick release on, but you can see there the difference in size in these two wheels. Both have got a screen. Both have got rotary encoders. The Gomez wheel doesn't have thumb encoders. It's got them all on the front. And the grips on the Gomez wheel are much thicker as well. This is so much smaller. I don't know how they've managed to get everything in there. You know, if you look at the Gomez wheel and then you look at that one, how have they got all of that inside there? It absolutely baffles me. And the weight, it's so much more lightweight than the McLaren rim and the GSI rim there. So there we go, just a very short video looking at the Elemento Pro by VPG. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I've got to send this one back, so I've got nothing to gain by telling you how good this steering wheel is. Also, I don't have any affiliate links. I'm not affiliated with VPG in any way, shape or form. So if you buy one, great, good for you. You will enjoy it. If you don't, then happy days. It doesn't matter to me. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great week. See you later. Cheers.